You're never moved by your own work ever. And this guy, I don't know, he's just heartbreaking.
Have a cigarette, a drink.
Make love.
Yeah.
You can off.
Hello, I'm Lucy. How you doing?
Hi, Lucy.
Can I just begin by saying congrats, guys? How was the celebration this afternoon when you found out that I've got my jacket on for you today?
It was
I'm
nice.
celebrating.
We had a glass of
we had
champagne.
a glass of champagne. We did a lot of more interviews, but but we had a little bit of celebration.
I love the way that you're putting brutalism on the map. Our very own King Charles is not a fan. Have you heard that?
I haven't, but he can off.
He doesn't like modern kind of structures like that. Have you fallen more in love with just structures and things, especially in London? Because you went to the Barbican today.
Oh, so
How do you
beautiful.
feel about everything you see?
It's incredibly moving. Also, I was at Marcel Breuer's flat at the Icican Flats, where also Agatha Christie lived, and László Mihaly Nagy. You know, I love London. It's an amazing city, and we did our post-production on the film. You know, here this was UK co-production, so this is actually a particularly moving evening for us because we get to share it with our UK team.
Yeah.
Amazing. When I came out of the cinema, I was looking at everything way more in depth than I looked at it before, looking at building shapes and sizes, and hopefully it's going to really inspire some architectures out there. How do you feel about that?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's been an extraordinary reaction, you know, from a lot of architects that really informed this movie. I mean, Daniel Lipskin, who is responsible for the Jewish Museum in Berlin, as well as, of course, One World Trade Center in New York, wrote a piece about the film that for us was extremely validating, because we did really do our very best to acknowledge each part of a very, very rigorous and demanding process.
And I think the length is perfect. I know it's long, everyone's talking about it, and I loved the break. Thanks for that.
No.
What ideally should we be doing in that break, do you reckon? What's your message to audiences?
Just have a cigarette, a drink.
Make love.
Make out.
Quickie.
A bit of a quickie.
Yeah, a bit of a quickie.
Although I hear you've got a half an hour break tonight, so there you go. And I've got to ask you about Adrian. What incredible man he is. I just felt everything with him. How on earth did you cope with? You must have used a lot of tissues on the set crying at this man. He's amazing.
You know what? Actually, we did. Like, that never happens. You're never, moved by your own work ever. This guy, I don't know, he's just heartbreaking in the movie. I mean, I love the entire cast. They're also great that they start to cancel each other out.
And how do you feel that everyone thought this was the biggest production ever? I spoke earlier. Apparently, it wasn't actually that big in regards to scale of things.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Was it Lego?
Well, kind of. I mean, you know, there's a lot of old school techniques. I mean, the building was, it's a combination of things. It's a practical model as well as, a piece of the building which was actually built to scale and then extended digitally in post. But most of the tricks are, have been around since, Star Wars. I mean, even long before that.
Yeah.
Metropolis.
Love that. And when you win the Oscar, are you going to cry? Who are you going to thank? Have you practiced your speech?
Oh, who knows? That's very sweet to say, but
Don't be so modest. Come on now.
No, for sure. I mean, you have to understand that as recently as 4.5 months ago, this film had no distribution, and I was actually being told that, specifically that the film was undistributable and that, it would never work. It wouldn't happen. So the whiplash that we've been experiencing in the last 4 months, it's been great, but we're still, getting over the PTSD of the last 7 years that it took to get the movie off the ground. So
We snuck in the back door.
yeah, we smuggled the baby across the border.
Look at you now. Thank you so much.
Thank you
I really
so
did
much.
love it. Thank you.
I really
Cheers.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.